So, the sun is too bright right now. I'll be back, I guess. The lighting is not cooperating, but that's okay. I'm just gonna roll with it. Hi. If you didn't watch my last video, I would suggest you do, because that kind of ties into this one. My last video was following a tutorial by the makeup artist Mool on how to achieve a natural K-drama actress makeup look. So the last video was part 1 of 2, and it was the how to do the base makeup, how to do the foundation, the concealer, contouring, things like that, color correcting as well. This is the second part where we're doing the eye makeup and the lips, things like that. So it's been a couple days since I filmed that first video, but I've done my base makeup exactly the same. There were just 2 differences. In my first video, I didn't have a proper color correcting palette. Now I do. Yay, I had fun using this. And also, like I said in my first video, for someone with a face that turns as red as mine, I would prefer not to wipe off the makeup to create a natural contour around the perimeters of my face. So I went in with my contour shade. This is the Etude House Face Color Shading. I think the shade is Gentle Shadow. Don't quote me on that. I'll figure out what like the shades of everything are, and I'll leave it listed in the description box below if you're curious. So those are the only 2 things that I've done differently. Everything else was exactly the same. This I was supposed to use anyway in the first video, and I didn't have one at the time, so I had to improvise. So that's not really anything different. I'm just finally using what I was supposed to use. This is the only thing that I did differently, the contouring. So because I would rather not lose coverage and then turn red. So yeah, my base is on. It's looking pretty flawless, I think. Now I'm going to finish off the makeup look by following the second tutorial.
Actress Makeup in Drama, Natural, Part 2. Before I start, I'll apply some eye primer to help eye makeup last longer and keep the eyeshadows in place. Squeeze it out onto your hand. Spread evenly over the eyelid. Using your finger will give a better application. Do the same for the other eye. Start at the center and spread outward.
Okay, so we are priming our eyelids. She just put some on the back of her hand here. Bloop. And warms it up with her hand. And then just applies it. Doo-doo-doo. I never realized this stuff had a scent before. Slightly coconutty, but only the tiniest bit.
I can see that the color of her eyes is red-brown. I think I should use pink shades. Let me use a matte pale pink shadow. Apply it to the eyelid up to the area just below the eyebrow to set the tone of eye makeup. Use a small flat brush to apply it underneath the eye.
So we're applying a pale pink eyeshadow all over the lid and underneath the eye as well. So I'm going to be using these 2 brushes. This one is from e.l.f. and this one is from London Drugs. The eyeshadows are coming from the palette, the Rudementary Speyeshadows. I get a kick out of the names Rude Cosmetics uses for their makeup product. There's what it looks like. Ba-ba-dum. I think I'm going to use, which ones? Maybe it's better if I go this way. Yeah, smart. I think I'm gonna use this one over here, maybe. This sort of pinky nude color here to go all over the eyelid and right underneath. So first we're going to use the bigger brush. I'm gonna pick some of that up and just like tap off the excess real good, and then swoopity swoop, sweep it all over my eyelids like she did. That's actually a really nice color. It's like a barely there. It like literally looks like I did nothing. But that's the point of a natural K-drama actress eye look. You're supposed to look like you're not wearing anything. But you kinda are. So I'm trying to duplicate how she's holding the brushes. But I'm still learning, so. Okay, now I'm gonna use the smaller brush to kind of go underneath my eye a little bit. The brush is clean, it's just been like stained by a different eyeshadow. Run that underneath. So there we have it. Just a barely there, very light pink beige kind of color. Nice. I'm just gonna go ahead and do this one and then I'll be right back. All right, there we have it. I got the pale pink shade on there. Looks nice and subtle. Moving on.
Pick up a medium pink brown shadow with a point brush. Spread it evenly over the crease. Blend it from the tail of the eyes to center and inner corner to center. Apply it underneath the eye too.
Got it. Okay. So I'll be back. Okay. So we're picking up a medium brown, and I believe I did the thing again. I believe this shade will do nicely right here. It's kind of a medium brown-ish. So she says to apply that. You apply it right down here near the lash line, here and here, and you sort of just blend to the center and kind of blend up a little bit, a little more out here in the outer corner, and then bring it down to the lower lash line. So I'm going to attempt that. Actually, what I'm gonna do, because I'm doing this on myself, not somebody else, I'm going to apply it with the tiny brush and then blend it with this one, so as to try and avoid any patchiness or mistakes. Because when you're doing makeup on yourself, like, your eyes have to be open in order to see what you're doing. So you can't always like get into places that a makeup artist necessarily could, because when somebody else is doing makeup on you, they can ask you to completely close your eyes and they can sort of walk around you and get into the places, you know. If does that make sense? But since you need to see what you're doing, it's a little harder to get in certain places, at least for me, because like my inner corner here, it's like way in there. So I want to do the best job possible. You can tell throughout this entire video and the one before that she's using an extremely light hand, and I think that's very important to remember. The way she's holding the brush, and you can tell by the way she's applying the makeup that she's like barely touching the skin. So I'm trying my best to sort of mimic that. Now I'll blend it out a little bit. I guess. And you bring it down here as well. I have no idea if I did that right. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this eye and I'll be right back. So there it is. I think that looks nice. It kind of makes my eyes pop a little bit, I think. Obviously, the makeup artist for this particular model chose the color she was using to complement the model's eye color. I obviously don't have like a warm brown eye color. My eyes are blue, so maybe, I don't know, maybe if a real makeup artist were doing a natural eye makeup look on me, they would choose different colors. I'm not sure, but I don't know, I kind of like this. It's very understated. It's natural eye makeup.
I'll create a more defined eye look with gel liner. Pick up some gel liner with an eyeliner brush. Slightly lift the eyelid using a tool and draw a line along the lash line for the center of the eyes, which is the lost zone. I've chosen a brown gel liner for a natural look. Try to fill in the area between the lashes.
Okay, so what she's doing is tight lining, and that's going to require 2 hands for me. So I'm going to be using my Tony Moly brown gel eyeliner. It comes with a little brush. This is what I'll be using to apply the eyeliner. And I'm not sure how I'm going to do this because I need to hold the mirror in one hand, but it requires 2 hands, one to hold your eyelid up and the other to apply the eyeliner. So this should be interesting. So this part I'm going to do off camera because it's probably going to take forever for me to do this. I'm gonna go do that and then I'll be back. So I tried my best to tight line my waterline. I don't do it that often. I find it like my eyes start watering whenever I do that, especially when I use a brush. That was fun. But I did do it. I just didn't do it very well.
For the tail of the eye, which is in the found zone, draw a line above the lash line. Try not to finish at one go. Draw a few strokes, then connect them. Do the same for the inner corner as well, which is also the found zone. Let's do the other eye. Practice drawing the lines, focusing on where the line is sitting. Since I'm creating a natural makeup look, try not to make the eyeliner stand out too much. But to make the eyes look more defined, I'm applying the eyeliner as thin as possible.
Got it. Okay. So now we are going to do this outer corner here and the inner corner a little bit. I think that looks pretty good. What do you think? I know how to do my eyeliner up there. So I didn't do too bad on that. It's the tight lining that annoys me.
Moving on to the lashes. Ask the model to look down and lift her eyelid slightly with a tool. Curl the lashes in 3 sections. Start with the roots, curl the middle portion of the lashes, and curl them at the tips. Set the lash curler in different angles depending on the section of the eye and curl up the lashes several times.
Lash curling time. So I'm fairly familiar with this method of curling lashes. You know, doing it in the 3 separate sections, the base, the middle of the lash, and then the tip. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I don't know if you can tell. Oh yeah, you can. Look at that curl. That's kind of the before. My lashes do have a little bit of a curl to them, but not much. And there's after. You can see the difference. This one and this one, you can see all the lashes are like boing. Okay, lashes are curled.
Let me apply some mascara. Wipe off excess mascara on the lip of the tube. Wipe off once again with tissue. This step is to make the lashes look more natural, as if you're not wearing mascara. For underlashes, ask the model to look up and coat the underlashes with the tip of the wand. Do the same for the other side.
All right, mascara time. So I'm going to be using the Moly PangPang mascara, waterproof, because I've had this for a while, so if I get like the cap all gummy, I won't care. So it's to wipe off the excess on the edge of the tube, and then wipe it again on a paper towel. This is what I've been using to wipe things off on. So I'm going to wipe it off mostly from the tip to make sure I don't get any clumps. Now I'm going to go in with a very light hand and very quickly poke my eyeball. Nice. Ow. There we go. Pretty. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do the same thing over on this eye.
Moving on to the eyebrows. Apply a shade to shape the brow. You can choose the color that matches with that of the eyebrows. Brush the hair with a screw brush.
Okay, so it looks like she's using some sort of like a powder product. I don't have a powder eyebrow product, so I'm going to attempt. Man, I'm really ill prepared, aren't I? I'm just gonna use my my contour shade on this brush, and I'm just gonna run that through my eyebrows a little bit. Is it working? Well, I have really long eyebrow hairs apparently, so I wouldn't be surprised if this backfired on me so bad. There we go. I could tell a difference. Okay. It's hard to tell because the lighting is not optimal, but this eyebrow has nothing on it, and this is the eyebrow that I've shaded in a little bit with my contour shade. There is a bit of a difference. So I'm going to brush through with the screw brush that's on the end of my eyebrow pencil here. Okay, that worked. Yay! In a pinch, a contour shade will work as an eyebrow powder. Who knew? I didn't till just now. There we go.
Shade in the hair with the brow pencil. You should brush the eyebrows outward to make them look natural. Use the screw brush to set the hair in place and get rid of clumps. Keep checking the eyebrows and try not to apply too much shade. Do the same for the other eye.
So now we're going in with the eyebrow, with the eyebrow pencil. I guess filling in any extra areas that need to be filled in. Is it just me, or does this eyebrow look thicker than this one? Oh, it's just floofier. Got it. I think that looks pretty good. Yeah. Eyebrows have been filled.
Finally, check that both eyebrows are well balanced. Moving on to the lips. Let me use a pink and coral tinted lip gloss that has similar color to that of her lips. Remove excess lip gloss on the palette. Start from the center of the lips and brush the lipstick outward naturally. The thin and thick theory of Key 7 is applied here. Apply a thick layer to the center and a thin layer to the outer lips for fuller lips. All done.
All right, so I didn't have a lip gloss on hand that was like tinted. I'm actually going to be using the Juicy Lasting tint by Rom&nd. It's in the shade number 6, Figfig. I picked this one because it's a really moisturizing formula, and it's quite sheer. It also is it's a nice MLBB color, so it'll accentuate my lips a little bit without making it look super obvious that I'm wearing anything on my lips. I'm just gonna put a little bit of that on the back of my hand, probably way too much. Right there. It's a really nice sheer lip tint. It smells really nice too. Okay, so I'm just gonna pick some of it up on the brush. My lip brush. This is the NYX lip brush, by the way. And I'm just going to start applying it to my lips. This is one of my favorite lip tints, by the way. If you're looking for something moisturizing and, you know, not super pigmented, but pigmented enough. If you're looking for something that's more natural, I really, really like this shade too. All right, and here is the finished look, finally. I did add a little bit of just like this Laneige sleeping mask, just to add a little bit of shine, because even though this lip tint is very hydrating, a little moisturizing, it's not that shiny. Not the amount that I applied. I applied a very, very minimal amount. But yeah, here it is. Here is the complete K-drama actress natural makeup look. I freaking love it. This is like the epitome of natural makeup to me. It literally looks like I have nothing on. If you saw me walking down the street, would you glance over at me and think, wow, she's got makeup on? No, you would not. And that is what no makeup is supposed to be. And I absolutely love it. The base makeup, I'm not a fan of powdering my face on my face because I've had the base makeup on, the foundation, the concealer and whatnot, because I've had that on my face for 4 or 5 hours now. My face is starting to feel a little dry. So I would prefer not to powder my entire face, but this is beautiful. And I think I did a pretty darn good job, if I do say so myself. Let me know down in the comments what you think. Did I do a good job? If there are other tutorials you want me to check out, different techniques you want me to try, go ahead and let me know in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please consider giving this video a like and subscribing to my channel, and I'll see you in the next one. You know, if it weren't windy, it would be beautiful. This would be a beautiful filming situation. But alas. Rawr. How to do the... Ow, my eyeballs. I do not understand why life needs to be so difficult.